Hey everyone. Um, Here's my old tier list. Well, I don't think I ever put this in a video. Or no, I did use this in one, I believe. But this is what I just kind of found. It was already saved like this. So, wow, look at these two up here. Look at me getting this right. Let's go ahead and move these guys to be completely out. They're, no, all the way up. Oh. Um, I'll just make a new tier at the bottom. Add row below. Black. No, yellow. No, blue. It was blue. Okay, and then this one down here. It doesn't matter because I have it perfectly set up to where it cuts off at the literally no chance section. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, hey, we did it. Let's make, what color should this be? Purple, because it's after blue. Okay, so they're in. Banjo and Erdrick, they did it. They're in the game. So good job. Congrats, guys. Um, I think I'm gonna make some other stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and put Jill up here right next to Leon, because the reason why is because they could possibly be the same skin or have an Echo Fighter. However, because I don't know, I will make another row below. Add row below and keep it red. Let's make this red, baby. And I'll say I'll just say that. Now, here's the thing. I don't know, I can't say for sure if we'll get Echo Fighters for DLC characters. I think that that would be very unprecedented, and so far when we see characters like the Dragon Quest hero, I forget his name, I wanted to call him the Illuminary because that's the main character of 11, or we can just call him Erdrick, our boy Erdrick down here, because he's also in the game. The reason why is because Erdrick is in the game with as part of the alt costumes for the hero, and that would mean that a character like Jill could end up being a costume and not an Echo. But the reason why I want to go with Echo is because Echo Fighters are more cosmetically different in the sense that they will have their own special unique taunts and victory animations, and they don't have to give Leon a voiceover, but if they do, I would imagine it wouldn't work with Jill's voice, with Jill's model. So now some characters like Roy, or I say Roy because I'm talking about the Koopalings. Some characters like the Koopalings for Bowser Jr. have they don't have to worry about this issue, and they have their own separate names and everything. So Jill could be like that too, but just for right now, I'm just gonna call her an Echo Fighter, even if she ends up just being an alt skin. And also, this whole row could be completely ignored because we don't know how it's gonna work, So that's why I'm not putting her right here, because here means they're in. This means we don't know. So I'm also going to make another row. So we have the so incredibly unlikely row here. I'm going to have to start moving characters down to the incredibly unlikely row. And the reason why is because characters from Microsoft and Square Enix are so incredibly unlikely at this point. I can't say it's impossible. It's not literally no chance, but it's still somewhat possible. And yes, Paper Mario, very dead last and literally no chance. I have to put them on here to make a point. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and say it. Like Master Chief and Sora, they're out unless we get Season 2 stuff. But I don't know if Smash will do a Season 2. Or maybe standalone DLCs, like maybe one or two after the Season Pass. So now I'm going to base this new version of the tier list off of the me costume theory, which is that if a character from a company gets in, then there's a chance that there will be Mii costumes from that company that aren't in the game yet, and some of which might be brought back from Smash 4. Because some of the DLC costumes that Nintendo had in the game are in the game currently, and some of the other costumes from third parties aren't in. So we don't have like any of the Mega Man costumes. We don't have like Heihachi or Lloyd from the Namco. We don't have any Sega stuff until we got some Sega stuff once Joker was put into the game. So that's what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set Dante up here, because the idea that Capcom has to get a character in, the idea that Capcom will probably get a DLC character, because if they do, that means we will get the Mega Man Mii costumes back. It means Capcom has a huge shining chance of getting in the game. Huge shining chance of getting in the game. So that's why I have Leon as number 1. I'll put Dante in second most likely. I think that he would just be a better fit than Dante. I know it's not for any particular reason other than that Capcom seems to be pushing Resident Evil more than Devil May Cry. Capcom's a little bit more popular than Devil May Cry. And I don't know if we're ready for a game that features both Bayonetta and Dante at the same time yet, but Dante could be really damn cool in Smash. Don't get me wrong, it would be really damn cool. But I think that a Resident Evil character just has the more popularity, has way more games on Switch and Nintendo. Let's be completely real. And yeah, I'm just saying, to me, it's really feeling like Resident Evil representation, which could be better because we already have a lot of characters with swords and guns, but we don't have characters that are from horror games. However, Dante could still be a good fit. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dante could still be a really good fit. Now, I'm still gonna say, I'm gonna keep this list right here of good relationship with Nintendo. The thing is that a company that hasn't represented at all still has a great chance of getting put in. So let's just keep that real here. All 4 of these will stay. I do think that Travis Touchdown could be really cool. Same with Ryu Hayabusa. But I just think that characters that fit the Mii costume theory have way more of a chance of getting in. So I will leave these here. However, these ones, Sephiroth, you're going to have to go down to incredibly unlikely at this point. Same with Chrono. And Miku, I think you're kind of deleted now too. And I'm gonna leave this like this. So here we have this section of if they were gonna be in, that they would have been in already. Well, a lot of these characters still apply here. Oh, except Gino. Oh no, sorry Gino. And I mean, Gino's also deconfirmed as a spirit, so I could just put him down here. It's not happening. Yeah, I'll leave Dixie here just to prove a point, but no, I'll actually just leave Gino here because he's also a Mario character, so he can go there. I will now put some characters. So Phoenix Wright, you'll get moved all the way up here because while I think that Capcom will get a character, a lot of people are actually saying it might be Phoenix Wright. And that boggles my mind. Are these people still going off the theory that they have to be off Nintendo consoles to put a character in Smash? Because I think Joker completely disproved that. Like, that doesn't matter at all. And then we have, like, it's just not going to happen. So, and then, plus the fact that Leon and Resident Evil games, even her Resident Evil game, the Resident Evil remake of 1, these games, Resident Evil 4 debuted on the Nintendo GameCube. Are you kidding me? So even if you use that flawed argument, which I totally don't even believe in, Leon still works as a better choice than Phoenix Wright. I have no idea. If you would say, well, you don't think Leon would have a good moveset, what you would think that Phoenix Wright would have a better moveset? That doesn't make any sense to me, so no. However, good old Namco, because of the Mii costume theory, they get a huge ass boost. I'm putting Heihachi in second most likely, with Lloyd being the highest. I think Lloyd could be in the game, because when you look at the Tales franchise, Lloyd is sort of the Cloud of that franchise because he wasn't the first, but he's by far the most popular. Now, we can look at something like Erdrick and say, well, it's not just Erdrick, it's a bunch of representation from Dragon Quest. And, well, we could maybe get someone else, like a different character, but Lloyd fights unique. I don't think an Echo Fighter would work for Lloyd. I don't think an alt skin would work for Lloyd. I think that the best bet for Lloyd would be just Lloyd. So, I think Lloyd has a super strong chance because the Tales franchise is super popular. And when you look at the other Namco choices, I don't think this guy's going to cut it. I don't think Jin's going to happen. I could put Jin here, but that would be as an implication of like Heihachi. So I'm just not even going to put Jin there, because I also don't think that if they do Heihachi, I don't think he'll get an Echo Fighter, because I think Heihachi plays too unique and Jin doesn't play anything like Heihachi. If anything, Jin could be an echo to Kazuya, and I really don't think Kazuya will be in at all. So, Dante or Heihachi would not surprise me. In fact, I think I would actually be happier if it was Heihachi over Lloyd, because then you could do Heihachi versus Ryu. But I don't think Heihachi is going to actually get in. Even though like fighting game characters can happen, I don't think Sakurai wants a bunch of fighting game characters. And I don't think that... And Lloyd, I just think, just makes way more sense as far as representation. And there's a new Tales game coming out, and Tales is... I don't think it's Namco's best franchise, but it's not exactly unpopular. I think it's happening. So I keep him up there for now, because I just think being a Namco character boosts you up. So what else do we have down here? These are characters who aren't Japanese. Well, you are, and you are. Oh, do you get your Square Enix and your Platinum? So you're like really, really unlikely. I'm sorry, 2B. I would love to be in the game, but actually, I don't know. I'll keep her down here. I'll keep her here, but I'm putting her in last over here. Actually, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. But I'll just keep her right there for now. And yeah. Who else do we got? You guys can all stay here, because while Square Enix, I don't see it. I don't see these two at all. I really don't think these two are going to happen. I think it's incredibly unlikely at this point. I think they just count too much as Square Enix characters, and it's just so silly. I mean, I never for a second thought they'd be in the first place. So at this point, to try to acknowledge that, just to be nice to those characters, and I actually really like 2B, and I don't really care about Lara Croft, but I just don't see it. These guys, I think, do have a chance along with these guys. I think they could just kind of randomly get their way in, but right now, as we have 3 characters of 5 already, I think these two are who you're going to need to be looking at. Now remember, I got this one right, and I got this one right. So I'm just saying, these two seem to be making some logical ass sense right now. And when I got this one right, people really thought I was, people who don't like Banjo really don't really don't think he had a chance at all. People really thought that if anything, a Microsoft character would be Minecraft Steve, or maybe even Master Chief. Banjo got in, and it's just because of the way Phil Spencer talked about Banjo. It made me think that no, there's no way he's going to screw this up. He would know that we want Banjo. So, yeah. So as far as everything else down here, I don't think there's much I want to change about this. I think this right here is what we need to be focusing on. Because I really don't think any of these other ones have much of a chance at all. In fact, you're done. You're out of here. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna end the video right here, not make it too much longer than it needs to be. The most important thing is seeing that certain characters are in, and other characters are getting bumped the fuck up. Mainly these guys right here. So this is what you need to be looking at. Capcom and Namco with these guys still saying like could possibly happen, and also a Pokemon could be here too, like Grookey or something. That could all happen still. But right now, this is what I'm looking at. More so this guy This guy is like a bigger maybe, but we'll see. I'm ending it here, and I'll see you guys on the next one.